Need to pray, pray, pray more than ever before. Holy Ghost is with me, gotta open up that door. You don't need that money, it's the devil in disguise. Put you in a bad spot.
Okay, you know what I just noticed?
Gotta give it all to God.
This whole time I was running, I just noticed my mic and my volume wasn't working. I just happened to look over and was like, wait a second. My stuff's not working. So this whole time, there's been no volume. Huh. Didn't know that. That's why you gotta check your stream when you first go live. I did not know that. But I mean, it happens to everybody. I've seen Red Bull, Hawking, and a couple other people be talking, and people are like, we can't hear you. And they go, oh man, it's muted. Or they go, we can't see you. Forgot to turn the stream back on, yeah. We're gonna go re-gear up. We're gonna get us a base down. Object is to go. The object is to stay hid. And to stay hid, you gotta build it towards small in a building. Alright, we're back in and we got the volume fixed, so my bad for not knowing. Money case. Won't do me any good because I ain't gonna be on here long enough to need that. Now we're back on track. We gotta run through this town and hope that nobody is building a base in this area or has a base in this area, because we don't want to get raided, killed, shot. I mean, this could be a good area to build in, but I don't know. I just want to keep making my way across the map and just we sell all this stuff in town after we make sure we got a code lock. I'm gonna buy some gear. I already got boots on. I like my boots. Ooh, an extra box of nails. We're gonna swap that like that just in case. Because I can't remember how many nails I got in town, but just in case. We may be able to get 2 doors up. Yeah, I was thinking of a building like this. You can easily, like a place like this in town, you put a door right here, a wall and a wall, and you've got that whole upstairs to yourself. And I think there's one of them way down here. Like I said, we're gonna go all the way down through here. I'm pretty sure there's one down here in this town. Because those little types of buildings, there's hardly ever any loot inside there. And for like a hidden base, you want a spot that doesn't have loot. Because most people, when they loot, they know right where to check. You know, they know right where to look at. So if they check a spot, there's no loot there, they're not going to loot it again. This looks like a base over here that's been raided. We're going to go over and check this out. Is that a flag sticking up out of there? I don't know. I thought I seen a flag. I was like, oh, there's just... If you remember when I first joined the server, there was a base here. Hold up. Alright, let's keep going. We're 3.2k away. First thing we're gonna do when we get over here is run straight to the safe zone. Which is right there. Yeah, all you bots came in here and said, hey mate, enjoy your stream. Next time count me. Count you in. My volume wasn't working. My mic wasn't working for some reason, and you want me to count you in. You didn't even know what was going on. All you could do was see me running through the woods. Couldn't even hear nothing. But yet, you still come in. Because it's your job to say, oh, hello, your stream is a masterclass in creativity. I follow because your content doesn't just entertain, it motivates. It ain't motivating nobody. We're 2k away, we're almost there. I'm thinking, if I remember right, there's one of them buildings right in here I can build in. It puts me that close to the labs. We'll have to get the sleeping bag so we can spawn back and forth. My base was out here in the woods, but as you can see, it's not on the map no more. So that lets me know right there that my flag's gone, so the base is gone. I did play on a pretty cool server yesterday. It's like a vanilla server. But it's not usually like your typical vanilla server, like the food spawn is turned up. Loot's turned up a bit. It was pretty decent loot. Building style was barely an upgrade compared to vanilla. Had code locks on it. Your highest powered rifle was like a 7 point something 308. Those were your highest powered guns. It was pretty cool server. I didn't live stream it because I was like, it's not a server I would play on. Don't mind playing on vanilla servers. Find the right one. There's a house up here where there's a base. I never knew there was a house out in the woods right here. Wait a second, what is this? That is a pretty cool spot. This is a pretty cool spot. Not gonna lie, I mean, it's too close to the build zone down there, but yeah, it's cool. You know, helicopters flying in. They would definitely notice this. And you would get raided quick. But not not bad. That's kind of cool. No loot spawns here either. Alright. Last time we played, it's been a while before we joined the server. We had the base right here, remember? That was a decent base. I almost got everybody back playing. They were like, "Oh, cool." We're showing off the base. They're like, "Yeah, we may come back." They were talking about their college stuff, what all they were doing. It's like, cool. I got plenty of gear for everybody. I got raided in that base too. And they was like, "Nah, we're not coming back." Which I understand why they quit playing. You know, and the reason why they went back to college. You know, the first one come into the chat and was like, went into details of his wife left him, cheating on him, she's leaving him. And we were all like, bro, that sucks. That seriously sucks. And then the second guy pops in and goes, but bro, I'm going through the same thing. My wife left me. And I was like, are you serious? 2 of you guys? The dude's like, bro, we've been together 16 years. I'm like, oh Lord. You made it 16 years for her to say, nah, it's not working. So those two were kind of like, they kind of left the group first and were like, we're lagging. Hold on, we're lagging. Hold on, we're lagging. Okay, we're almost there. But yeah, those two left the group first. And they kind of made it their own little group in the Discord. They were kind of chatting back and forth about, you know, one of them was talking about, you know, he's having to take care of his little girl. He took his bedroom. He kind of put the baby bed in there and stuff. He was also, you know, trying to, you know, play the game at the same time, and he just kept getting more distant, and then he finally quit. And then the other one's like, well, I'm just going to do the same thing. And then they popped in and said they were going back to college. They don't know when they'd get time to play. They're going to be busy, which I also know they're veterans, you know. Because the one thing I try to surround myself with when I play this game, a lot of people say, you need to pick another group. Well, it's hard for me to pick a group because I like picking like military type people. Because they're cool to hang out with. Not just because they're good at the game. And our group was really good at the game. They were usually good about not getting raided. They knew how to build their bases. So you could solo. Like if everybody was asleep and you had to be the only guy in base. As long as you wasn't constantly dying, you could solo the base. You could solo defend. It was just that good at building. And I like putting myself, people like that. Like on this server here, you know, when someone told me and said, you need to get another group, what about that group on the hill? Why don't you become friends with them? Well, I see that group in chat. They're bullies. They like to talk smack to everybody. Our group, the way they work, since they were like veterans and military people, they were like, stay out of the chat. Don't be chatting. I couldn't tell you how many times I got yelled at for being in chat. They're like, bro, you're causing trouble. Get out of the chat. Stay out of the chat. You're drawing attention to the group. Don't draw attention to the group. Stay hidden. It's all about being hid. You don't want them to know where you're at. Usually, they didn't go in the chat unless somebody really made them mad. Like if we were getting base raided, and the person couldn't get in, and they started smack talking like, oh, you're cheating, you're this, this, and this. Then they would enter the chat and be like, nah, we got video, we got proof. And then they would go back and forth like, we're not cheating. You're just mad you can't get in. So, like, especially in, like, the Discord, I would constantly get yelled at, like, stay out of the chat. So, over the years, and if you notice when I'm live streaming, they've taught me to not cause problems in the chat. I'll be in the chat sometimes, just making jokes and stuff. But I don't go in the chat and start cussing somebody out or start fighting with somebody for no reason or saying you suck, this or that. I've learned to stay out of the chat. Unless you're making fun, making jokes, I stay out of the chat. Because a good person that wants to stay hid on a server, like you watch like Ripple, Hawken, Ghost and Chopper, all them people, they stay out of the chat. They're not in the chat. They're not. Their object is to get on there, build a base, PvP, loot. They don't even say GG in the chat. They die. Alright, we finally made it to where we're going. Now we're on the boat. Now we can go see what we got in the bank. See what all we need. I talk too much. Okay, we got armor. That's cool. We got a backpack. That's going to be a plus plus. We got nails here. Now we got an extra box. We got 50, 50, 50. We got plenty of these. We need a hatchet. We got a saw. We need a hatchet. We got to build with. And we got guns. Alright, sweet. We are going to go sell. See how much more money we come up with. You already got armor. You just got to buy a helmet, it looks like. We already got guns. We got plenty of nails. Plenty of planks. So basically what we need is a book. Some other stuff. We're already pretty decent on money. There's another backpack there too. Hey, we'll take all the extra help we can get because we're gonna buy a bunch of coke blocks. Why does it tell me to buy a shotgun? Oh. Yeah, I learned that watching that video. You can stick guns inside a bag and hide a bag inside your base. I didn't know that. We're gonna sell everything we got on us. Okay, let's go sell all this. Like I said, we ain't gonna need this. Okay. Alright, we need to start off with, we've already got a vest. Military shirt. Seven six is the best. Just making for sure. Okay. I think there's a bigger slot than 42. I can't remember, but alright, we're gonna need to get new pants. We're going all black, baby. Ain't there bigger than 24 on the pants? Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. I was like, ain't there bigger than? Yeah, there is. Okay. Medium helmet. We definitely need one of those. We want black. Yeah, that right there fits perfectly. Alright, we got everything else in the bank. We got us a bag, gun, sniper rifle. We got armor. Money case I don't need. We may be able to sell that shirt. Okay, we got our nails. We got the bag for our planks. Okay, now this gives us a idea of what else we need. Okay, first off we need a book. Okay, we need workbench, flagpole. I'll find a book. That'll be easy to find. And we need a hatchet. Now we need code lock. We're gonna go 2 code locks. And we're gonna need some storage. And I gotta find a sleeping bag too. Because if I die, it's a long run back. The easiest is base furniture. Fridge. Okay, let's do this. What can we buy? With what we can buy. Old microwave, it's 100 slot. You tell me that's the cheapest we can buy, that's gonna help us with we got this. We got 2 code locks, which is good for now. Got our nails. Two code locks. Got the hatchet. We're probably gonna die and lose all this. Gonna have to tell it like it is. Let's go sell this shirt. And maybe get lucky and somebody throw us a book on the ground. They're at. Get our gun out. We got 30 in here. We need to buy some more. Wish we'd had the money for a 60-round drum. Okay, we need some drink too. And we broke. And we broke. We're gonna check this backpack. Hey, anything we can sell? Money in our pockets, dude. Hey, that's money in our pockets right there. Alright. We're gonna be able to put down the storage. Put down the flagpole kit. And then we're gonna have to go find a book. Because we can't build unless we get a book. And usually you can find them things all over town. People just chucking books out. LA into wipe am I? But I can tell you one thing. You late, you late. I'm just coming back. I gotta get down in here and find a spot to throw a base up. The one thing I like about the way when you close your storage up, it takes the loot off the server. It's less lag. So if your base has only got 2 doors, that's all you gotta worry about. And no one knows your base is there, then, you know, you don't even want to put covers on the windows. And if you do, you want to bring them into a point where they don't see it. That's why I picked the spot I've picked. We just gotta get there and not lose all these nails and stuff. Like I was wearing some good loot the last time. I had some legendary stuff. Alright, we gotta go up the map some. We stay right in here. Ooh, even that big base is going off the thing I had marked. I had it marked right in here, that big base. Maybe they got their base torn down. Because it was right here. I'm not gonna go scouting for it. Oh yeah, it's still there. Yep, they're still there. They've actually added on. We gotta go way up here. Away from this town. They're gonna be looting this town, guaranteed. That's how I get shot. See them zombies out there walking? They're online. They're always online. I called that guy out after he raided me. I was like, you got like 20 people in your group and you go and raid me, a solo. Yeah, I'm gonna do something. Even if I try to offline you, your raid alarm's gonna alert you and you're gonna wake up, get on, and smoke me. Like, it makes no sense for me to even try to raid you. Make sure that your helicopter. I mean, who wouldn't? Chance of getting a helicopter if you get that perfect shot. Alright. We're gonna put the nails and everything inside. Microwave, which is 100 slot storage. This right here is 80, so if all this will fit here, it'll all fit in there. Keep leading with passion. You're truly setting a... I don't know what else that dude said. Alright. Add me on Discord. Get a ghost. Well, I appreciate the follow. Even if it's a bot, a follow is a follow. And I appreciate it. Alright. We need to get our drink up. I am a real American. Bum, bum, bum. The way our group used to do raids, we would play music. Like on the server we played on, they had like the party kit, and you could set the music outside their base. And we would play like all kinds of like weird stuff, like that one song from the Walking Dead where it plays over and over. You throw it out outside somebody's base and it's just playing loud. They cannot hear anything you're doing. You could be running around the base and they can't hear it because all they hear is like loud music. Those are the things I miss. Having a group that allows you to do stuff like that. Like this server don't have it, but if you get somebody that's willing to be naked and have their mic on, stand right outside the door where you can't really get shot, and just play loud music over the mic, that would irritate them. Playing some Hulk Hogan, real American. I am a real American. Fight for what's right of every man. Or the big show. Big slow, more like it. Alright. We gotta find a spot to build. Quick. Can't just be looting, playing around. We gotta build quick. There's my book, baby. There's my book, baby. Right there. Let's go. First house, first hit. We got it, baby. Now we gotta find a spot to build because these guys are gonna be in this area looting and scooting. I gotta find a spot to build in quick. Right up here, these apartment buildings is right where we're going. It's gonna be the perfect spot. Now we've got our book, we can throw a door up. I know where the big base is. Close the doors back. Right up here, baby. This is perfect. Block off that window. I'm gonna put the flag right here. Is this a no build zone? Or is that base too close? I mean, we can move over here. I don't think there's any apartments on this side, is there? You go a little further away. Yeah, right here. Come on, let me build here, let me build here. It doesn't say this is a no build zone. Are you serious? Let's lay down. Let's go to the discard real quick. Come on, we ain't got time to play around. We need the guidelines. No build zones, okay. That's for the wrong map. We need the no build zone for this map. Oh, here it is. Charnassus. This town is not in the no build zone. We should be good here. Ooh. Come on. At least let me build here. This is not a no build zone. Are you serious? I can't build. This is going to make me mad. It shows on the thing this is not that I can build in this area. It shows me on the map. I mean, I get any closer to that base, I'm definitely not gonna be able to build. Oh, this is perfect. Let me build. Are you kidding me? I'll go over this way more. I don't want to be in those. I want to be in an apartment building. It's going to force me to be in a house, and I don't want to be in a house because those are down low. Those are definitely going to get looted. I checked the map. And yeah, I can build in this area. Are you serious? I'm gonna wind up getting killed losing all my stuff because this game wants to be stupid and say that I'm in a no-build zone. I definitely know you can't build in a police station. I don't want to build in that house. I want to be inside an apartment building. Oh, I got it. Hold on, I got it. Why I can't build? Okay, now I'm getting the... Okay, I see now. I've got it. I didn't have my group made. Alright. Let's go back to the thing one more time. Build zones. The red spots are no build zones. Okay, so this whole town is a no build zone. Okay, so I can't build here. This whole town's a no build zone. That's why those guys are off in the grass the way they are. Now we know this whole town right here is a no build zone. They're forcing me outside of town into a place I don't want to be. I wanted the cool apartment building. So this whole area here, the spot it shows that this whole area is a no build zone. Shut up, zombie. Y'all are all getting on my last nerve. But now I don't know where I'm going to build at. Because I build up in here, they're going to find me. They loot that area like crazy. There's a spot right here. I mean, we can go check it out, but it's a no-go. It's a long building, and I didn't want that. I wanted it to be up high so no one knows the doors or sees the doors, but it is what it is. They forced my hand. They forced me. And we could go up the map a little ways. Get out of the way, tree. I'm getting aggravated. I was like, bro, there's some good spots over there I can build. Get a door up. Yeah, that's a long building. I definitely don't want that building. Are you serious right now? I mean, we can go up near the safe zone and build. I mean, it's gonna put me a little further up the map, but that's cool. I like that area over there because it was near the labs. It was like I could get in and out easy, easy peasy. Right, we're gonna make a run back around so we don't get caught. Make it to the safe zone. And hope that I can find a spot up there. Because those buildings I was in, those would have been perfect. I don't know why, because I left the server or what. It deleted all my stuff. I didn't leave my group. So I guess when your flagpole goes down, I guess it deletes your group. I don't know. I lost all my key markers too. That's okay. We will run up here to where the safe zone is. Today is Wednesday. We had school off yesterday because it got a little bit of snow, and my brother works for the county, so he checked all the roads, and like the roads were clear. He's like, they called off school for no reason. I'm like, yeah, flurries. In the 80s, you wake up and go outside and be like, oh my God, the roads are covered. You sit down and watch TV waiting to see if there was school, and most of the time, you still had to go to school. And you're standing outside in the freezing cold. And you're like, are you serious? Nowadays, they look out the window and see a flurry and they're like, oh my God, we gotta call off school. There's a flurry. I tell the kids all the time, you guys wouldn't survived back then. You were forced to go to school. If a tornado was coming, they would tell you to get under your desk, hold your head. Like, what's that desk gonna do? You're gonna get blown away. You get a tornado warning, they'll call off school. They're like, come get the kids quick. Get those buses out here. I'm like, are you serious? We got stuck under a desk and almost died. And it was the same thing for everything. Tuck your head between your legs, smell your butt, kiss it goodbye, because if a tornado hits you, you're dead. We didn't get to go home early. Kids are lucky nowadays. And they get out for everything. NTI work. Like, they have to do all this stupid NTI work, which is stupid. So, on their days off of school canceled because of snow, or whatever the reason they canceled it, they're having to do work, and you're having to force them to do work, and you're having to help them. We got out of school, we didn't do no homework. We were home playing. We were outside in the snow. We were outside chilling with no NTI work, with no homework. If you got your work done at school, you were chilling the rest of the night. Why do you think us older people are addicted to video games? Because it's all we done. We didn't have all that extra homework. We didn't have all that extra stuff you had to do. You got it done at school and you were done. no NTIs, no doing this, no doing that. They force these kids to do all kinds of stuff now, and it gets on my last nerve. And you know what? The kids are home doing all this schoolwork. My wife works on the bus. She does all this paperwork you have to do. All these tests, these things you gotta do. And then the teachers, they ain't gotta do nothing. They go home and sit. And it pretty much says on there, if you need help with something, you can contact the teacher. You call, they ain't answered. They busy watching TV or something. They ain't helping you. Like, they're getting paid to stay home and not have to do nothing. You're just up there doing work with your kids. Plus doing all the stuff you gotta do. And talk about the parents who have to work and then school gets called out early because of a couple of snow flurries. They have to rush home and try to figure out what to do. Like, I've got nobody to watch my kids. I just have to leave work. It's stupid nowadays. And then COVID's the one that caused all this. Because before COVID, the kids wasn't bringing no NTI work home. They wasn't coming home early. The stupid COVID caused them to switch their mindset. Like, ooh, we get paid whether we're at school or not at school. As long as the kids are doing homework and showing they're doing homework, we get paid. Like, one of the kids yesterday was like, you know, when we're out of school, no one gets paid. I'm like, are you serious? Them teachers are still getting paid. No matter what you're doing, they're getting paid. You're home, as long as you're doing that NTI work, they're getting paid. Now we gotta find a spot to build without dying. Good thing these zombies are slow in this server. Because I ran into so many zombies, I would already been dead if they could run fast. We're into town. We gotta find a building where I can build a base on the top of it. I gotta do it quick so I don't die. And I'll put me much closer to the safe zone. So I can loot and scoot. This town's got a lot of these buildings like this, but I don't like those. Can't build in the fire station. Can't build in the police station. Definitely don't want to build in one of these houses. Someone will find you quick and fast and raid you. I mean, we could build one of these tall buildings like this, but I don't want to. This one seems bigger. And we could put a door here and just use this room, but I mean, we're this close to here. I mean, I could go over here and build. We're gonna build here, I guess. Raise the flag. Raise the flag. Door kit. building small doors like this, small walls, perfect. We're gonna make like an airlock kit. That way nobody sees us. We're gonna go window kit there. Good thing we got that extra box of nails we found. Would be good with just that, but then they can... Alright, we're not building no more windows because we don't need to look outside the base. Alright, what we're going to do is use this long... like that right there. It covers the window. It's not at the window. Alright, now we gotta fix that little spot out here. Now I have enough to do one more window. These doors are easy to break down, so I don't care. Alright, let's build that last window kit. Or wall kit to cover that window. I don't want to put it right up against there. There's reasons I'm doing that. They don't see it as much if you pull it back some. Raiden is 24/7 on here, so base is secure, and we're gonna drop down the microwave, and we're gonna log with everything on us. We can always make more doors later. Like in this room. But we're secure and we're off of here.